welcome back to my channel. On this week's video, I'm going to be doing a Victoria's Secret model inspired makeup look. Obviously, if you don't live under a rock, you know the Victoria's Secret fashion show was last night and it was amazing as usual. I watch them every year. I've been watching them since I was, wow, like a preteen, I think. As of like the last few years, they've been doing a very natural look, which I actually recreated last year's look, and I will link it right here. It's more of a fresh face, everyday, dewy, kind of glow makeup look. I love it so much, so if you want to watch that, you can click that. I was inspired by Adriana Lima. She posted a picture recently on her Instagram. I will post it right here so you can see. And I kind of fell in love with the look. It kind of takes me back to looks that I used to do a few years back on this channel. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Before we start the tutorial, I want to shout out all my new viewers who are not subscribed yet. If you're not subscribed, why don't you take this time before the tutorial starts to go ahead and do so. You can do so underneath this video. It's totally free and you will get notified when I post new videos every week. I'm done plugging my channel. Let's get right on to the tutorial. Alright, getting started. We're using our Maybelline Master Prime. This is their Illuminate and Blur Primer, and I'm applying that to my T-zone in order to brighten those areas and also to blur out any kind of blemishes. I am deciding to use the Lancome foundation stick. It's their Teint Idole stick. And it's really great because it's full coverage, but it's very lightweight on the face, which is why I'm using it. So I'm taking that with a beauty blender, and of course, dampen your beauty blender before you blend out any foundation or concealer because it just helps make the process so much easier. Moving on to concealer, I'm using my Becca Ultimate Complexion Creme concealer in the shade Tahini, and I'm just applying it to the inner part of the under eye area because this is a very thick concealer. So a little bit goes a long way. We're starting in the inner part and then we're going to let it sit on the face so that it can warm up with our skin and be easier to blend. While that's happening, we're going to be contouring. I'm using my e.l.f. Cream Contour palette and I'm just applying it to all the areas that I want to create a little bit more depth. And obviously Adriana always has this beautiful kind of tan-like glow about her, so it helps to kind of do this because it'll help you kind of get that tan kind of look as well. I'm using the lightest shade in the palette, by the way. And as you can see, I'm also contouring areas like my chin because we do kind of want to thin out the face. My face is a little bit fuller, so it's actually a lot fuller than Adriana's, but I am actually going hard on the contouring today, even though in the end it's not going to look like I did it all. It's going to look very subtle. So I am actually just taking that same brush that I used throughout the face. I'm flattening it out with my fingers and I'm just lightly contouring the nose. And then I'm just adding a little bit of a highlight shade. You could use a highlighting concealer, anything of that sort, to the bridge of the nose to help straighten that out. And then I'm just taking a small version of the Beauty Blender and I'm just using it to blend out that concealer. As you can see, a little bit went a long way and it really did do the job of making the under eye look like perfection. Next, I'm obviously going to go in to my baking routine. I'm using the Laura Mercier setting powder and I'm just applying that underneath the eyes, on the chin, the nose, and the forehead. And then I'm just going to let that sit while I do some other stuff with my makeup. As you can see as well, I'm also taking that Laura Mercier powder and I'm applying it underneath the contour. And what I'm going to be doing is just taking a powder contour, and while my face bakes, I'm going to go ahead and set the cream contour that I applied. And this also helps while you have your translucent powder on because if you make any errors, your translucent powder will grab that and your contour will still look on fleek. Then I'm just taking a fluffy blending brush, one that you would use for your eye crease, and I'm just going to go ahead and take a little bit more of that powder contour color, and I'm going to continue to contour the nose just a little bit more. This is also going to set that cream contour color. Then for the brows, I'm just using an eyebrow pencil. This one is from Ofra, and I find that it's really great to create a natural brow look because it also has kind of like a waxy texture to it, so it'll keep your brows in place. And I like using this because in the photo that I'm using for inspiration, Adriana doesn't have kind of like a thick or very kind of dark brow. It's very natural looking and you can tell it was lightly filled in. So that is what I'm doing here. Now I'm going to blend out the translucent powder just taking a fluffy brush that you have and just going ahead in one direction, one direction, and blending out that powder. It's gonna leave behind a nice smooth surface, and we can continue to apply our face products. Now I'm going to use this e.l.f. highlighting and blush kit, and I think it's called their Illuminating Face Kit. I'm using their Peachy Tone blush, which is actually so pigmented, and I'm applying that to my cheekbones because Adriana has a beautiful peachy blush color on her cheeks. Now I'm going to take my favorite base. This is my Lancome La Base Pro base in the shade Nude. I like to use that. As you can see, it completely neutralizes the eye area and prepares it for eyeshadow application. So what we're doing first is taking this Estee Edit Duo pencil. I'm using this beautiful chrome color that it comes with. It's like a gunmetal color. And then I'm just applying it. No, you know, it can be as messy as you want because you're going to blend it out, as you can see, with the blending brush. And this is going to help to create a nice base for our eyeshadow color that we're going to apply. It's going to help it adhere a lot easier, and it's just going to create a more intense color. So I'm also going to do the same thing on the lower lash line and then just use that same fluffy blending brush and blend it out. But just be careful not to get the bristles in your eyes like I did, and then your eyes will get all red and watery, and it's not good. Not a good look. So this always happens to me at some point in my tutorials. My eyes always get super red because I end up like poking myself or getting powder in there. It's crazy. So now I'm taking my Lorac Mega Pro 3. I'm taking the eyeshadow in Hickory, which is a beautiful muted gray color, and I'm applying that in the crease area. No specific way. I'm just following my natural kind of curve to my crease, and I'm not doing anything special for it. I just want to create a little bit of depth. Then using dark brown from the palette, which is a beautiful metallic color, I'm going to apply that over the top of the eyeliner that we blended out. As you can see, it's going to leave behind this beautiful metallic intense color, and I love it. Once that's done, I'm going to add the final color, which is really going to make this eye look pop. And I'm using the shade Brown Sugar from the palette. I actually pointed to the wrong one, but it's just this, obviously, this beautiful golden brown color. It's one of my favorite colors in the palette. And I'm just applying that over the center of the lid and blending that, and it's just going to create this beautiful, unique eye look. And it's just so easy to create looks like this. I love doing stuff like this with my eye makeup, and we're not doing any winged liner, nothing like that, because Adriana does not have that in the photo, and we are adding that same brown sugar shade to the lower lash line to spice it up a little bit too. Now using the Lancome Cils Booster XL, which is a mascara primer slash base, I'm applying this because Adriana does not have falsies, and we're not doing falsies for this look because it's not a VS Angel kind of thing to have super dramatic falsies. So we're using our natural lashes. This is going to help to thicken them, make them extra long and just extra full. So I'm also applying it to the lower lashes as well because it's just going to help to thicken those lashes up, and it's just going to leave a beautiful effect once we apply mascara. Speaking of mascara, we're using our Inglot mascara, and I believe this is the long lash mascara, and I'm just applying it over the top of that primer, and as you can see, my lashes look absolutely humongous. I can't believe it. I love this primer. It's amazing. So then, as you can see, the lower lashes are also super thick and super full. Now I'm going to just take a highlighting shade that we're going to use for our cheekbones, and I'm going to apply that to the inner corners and blend it out. It is a cream highlight. It is from Maybelline, and I love this. This is a great kind of base for an actual powder highlight. As you will see, I'm just taking the cream, I am taking it just straight on in the tube and blending it onto top of my cheekbones, just drawing a line at first, and then I'm also doing it along the bridge of my nose. Just apply it anywhere you would like to create a beautiful highlight. And then what I'm going to do is actually take my beauty blender and I'm going to blend that cream out. This is really just going to create a nice base for our powder highlight, like I said. But you can also use this by itself to create a beautiful subtle glow. But obviously I want to create something high intensity because I just am obsessed with highlight shades. So we're going to go in with my favorite highlighter, which is Opal. You got it, from Becca Cosmetics. And I'm just applying that lightly over the top of that cream highlight. And as you can see, it just creates a beautiful, intense oh my gosh, on fleek highlight. It's insane. I fell in love the minute I was like applying it. It would just apply so smoothly and intensely. I mean, I was obsessed. You can't tell in this video, but I was actually like screaming inside because it looks so cool. But yeah, anyway, me being weird, I'll stop. And then I'm just applying a little bit to the Cupid's bow as well, just to create a little bit more of a dewy look. So now onto the lips. I am actually using the Posie K lip liner to lightly line my lips and blend it with my fingertips. I kind of blocked most of the lipstick application by accident with my eyeshadow palette because I was using the mirror. But yeah, you're just blending it lightly with your finger. This is just kind of going to create a larger lip effect if that is something that you want. Adriana has a nice set of full lips, so using a little bit of a darker hue for the lining of the lips with a lighter hue like this e.l.f. Matte lipstick on top is going to create a beautiful full lip effect. So I'm just applying that like you can see here over the top. And this is also in the shade Natural, so just in case you're wondering, I love this lipstick. Then I see that Adriana also has like a lip gloss on top, so I'm just applying So Cute by Kylie Cosmetics over the top and just lightly applying it and then blending it with my fingertips to create a subtle kind of gloss look. And then the look is complete. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so excited about this because I haven't done a celebrity inspired look in a long time, and I honestly feel like these are some of my favorite videos to film. So if you guys want to be a part of my next video and my next video idea, why don't you guys leave me a celebrity that you'd like me to recreate in the comment section, and maybe the comment with like the most likes will actually be the next celebrity that I recreate, if that makes sense. And other than that, I will see you guys again next week with another video. Bye!